Hi, my name is Tara and I am here with another Deathpile haul. I am an online reseller. I sell on a couple of different platforms, eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and I do try and sell on Facebook Marketplace, but I feel like I'm not super successful there. And my YouTube channel is Tara Thrifts, and I make videos about the things that I pick up, the things that I sell to online, and I kind of just am trying to start this channel to build some community and hopefully help other people who may possibly look to start a small business working from home. And I think that I have a lot of knowledge to share. I've been doing this for, I think, oh my goodness, it's been like over 20 years. Not specifically selling online, but being a reseller. I have owned two clothing consignment stores. My mom started one that I purchased from her when I was 23 years old. So that was, I guess, officially when I started 20 years ago. And then I also recently purchased a children's clothing consignment store, but I am no longer doing that. I stopped doing that during the middle of the pandemic. But so I have a lot of knowledge. I started selling online. When I owned my first store, I had a pretty horrific back injury and was not able to run my store full time anymore. And so I had to take a couple days a week to rest. And what I started trying to do was to sell some of my consigners, more high-end items online, and I was very successful with that. I had sold my own things online in the past. I had sold like my children's clothes when there was still a market for that. I have twins. My youngest are 14 now, but you know, they go through things so quickly, and I bought them some really nice things, all secondhand, mainly on eBay, but some of the items that I purchased actually had, you know, I even made 2 or 3 times as much reselling them. And so I started learning, like, there's something to this. So eventually I started an online store, and when I had my back injury, and moved to doing that full time after I was divorced and wanted to stay home and give my time to my children and be flexible as a single mother. I'm no longer a single mom. I am happily remarried, but my husband and I actually do this together after he retired. So this is really just like a great opportunity for people who want to be more home-centered. It allows me to have the time and the flexibility to be with my family, and like a lot of other people, live wherever you want in the country, which is part of why I'm doing this Deathpile haul. We recently relocated from New Hampshire to Vermont. We purchased our house in December of 2021, but we just moved, and we've been here about 3 weeks now. So right now it's almost summer of 2022. So of course I'm finding things that I purchased that I, you know, like any good reseller, that I never listed. So as I'm going through these things, I'm going to be making these what are called Deathpile hauls. Some people like to call them their money pile. Some people like to call them their savings account. It's something that they know that they purchased that has value, and it's just sitting in a corner of their room waiting for them to make the money on it. Yeah, so, and eventually I'm going to make some follow-up what sold videos, so that once these items get listed, people can have an idea of, you have stuff just lying around your house. Like, if you're not using it, make some money off of it. So I did one the other day that was on hard goods. I'm primarily a clothing seller specializing in vintage clothing, but this today is going to be a clothing haul. And I have these small tote and a comforter bag filled with clothes, and I have no idea what's in them. So we're gonna find out and see what's in there, see if there's anything good for me to get listed this week. Okay, let's get started. Let's see, to unzip the bag here. I'm sitting right now in my office. This is my new office. I don't have it all set up yet. It's gonna take like a couple months probably, but I would like to eventually do a tour of our home-based business, because we do have, I guess, really 4 identified areas in our home that we run this business from. I have a office here, which is also going to be a guest bedroom space. My husband has a small office. He does all of the shipping. He does all of the packing. He does all of the inventory work. He does do some of like the cleaning and testing of some of the hard goods, like the electronics and things, which he's more knowledgeable about than I am. And then we have a large closet that we store some things in. The majority of our inventory does get stored in our garage right now. We didn't have a garage before and stored things on the finished basement of our home. We had like an extra like bedroom flex room down there that we purposed into an inventory room. But in this new home, it's going to be in our garage, which is partially finished, so that's cool. And then the closet that we have, we store shoes in because we really want all of our shoes to be in a climate controlled space, because being in Vermont, sometimes it gets really hot, sometimes it gets really cold, and while the garage is partially finished, it's not like the temperature can vary, and that's bad for shoes. So shoes go in a different area, but it leaves the rest of our house open and away from the stuff, which was one of the goals of buying a new house. One of the goals. All right, so let's get into this. Okay, so let's see. I think this was stuff from the bins. So this first item is, it looks like men's Under Armour cold gear long sleeve size large shirt. And it looks like this is gray. There are two of them. Yep, this one's orange. Exact same thing. So these are great. Under Armour, I used to pick it up a lot more. I don't pick it up as much, but like if it's at the bins where it's really inexpensive, our outlet is $2 a pound. And you know, it's a more substantial piece, I'll pick it up. Like I recently picked up a hoodie that was like a Under Armour Marines hoodie, and something like this where there's two of the items. I mean, this probably weighs, I probably paid $1 a piece for these. I'll lot them up, and someone who wants these will like that because I'm gonna get two shirts, so that'll be a good easy sell. Let's see. Looks like this is another men's item. Oh, maybe not. What size is this? This is cool. XL. Harry Potter Hufflepuff sweatshirt. So it's got the Hufflepuff. It's really soft on the sleeve. It's very collegiate looking. I actually just listed like a varsity style Hogwarts sweater last night that was a box lunch exclusive, so it was only available at the box lunch stores. Some of that stuff does really well, but I find all the Harry Potter stuff does really well because like people are still into it, and so I look for the pieces that are like unique or like really good quality fabric. Like this is really nice quality. This feels like a Champion sweatshirt. It's really nice, and I'll have to look this up and see. It's probably extra large women's. It's huge, though it could be men's, but I'll just look it up. So that's cool. Nike hat. I like selling hats. They sell really well for me. This one's made of like some kind of mesh material. Nike Daybreak dry fit. It's in really good shape. So I'll look this up too and see, you know, like the technical specs on this. This looks like this is for something specific. I don't know if I wouldn't say it's probably golf because it would say golf on there. Although they discontinued the Nike Golf, so maybe it is made for golf. Because if it's newer and it's intended for golf, it wouldn't say Nike Golf. Okay, cool. Anyways, that's a good pickup. These, oh yeah, I remember getting these. These are brand new. These are baby bibs, brand new Halloween themed. The brand is Modern Baby. I can see right on the back here. Oh my gosh. These were sold at TJ Maxx and they got marked red tag all the way down to 0 cents. Like, how does that even happen? Yep, both of them. 0 cents. Anyways, I may try and sell these. This one is Headbands and Bibs. And this one is just bibs. So this one's like for a girl, because I don't think you put headbands on boys usually. Although my son would probably wear a headband. He's got kind of long hair. It's always flopping in his face when he's running around. He should get a headband. But maybe not these ones. Yeah, so these I picked up because they're Halloween and I like selling Halloween stuff. Like I'm like just personally into it. And if they don't sell, I will just take them to like the local buy sell trade store and they will absolutely take this. They love new stuff and they love Halloween stuff too. So there we Okay, now this looks like a pair of, oh nice, okay, men's shorts. They're Viore brand. Of course, I remember getting these now. I had never found this brand before, and I was really excited to find these. And now I just heard that they're like some sellers are getting like cease and desist letters from this company for trying to sell used ones on eBay. Like they don't want their brand on there. Like people are gonna get zeros or something for it. Not because they were using stock photos, just like they don't have permission to sell the brand, which I actually don't think is legal, because I think when something is purchased and you're reselling it as used, they don't have any control over it, but you may not be able to like use they may own like the copyrighted name. It's kind of like the word Velcro. Like you can't use the word Velcro because it's a brand name on eBay, even though that's the product. Which anyway, so I may have to just try and sell these on Poshmark, but they're trendy enough they probably will sell. And they are XL, and they have some kind of a lining in them. That's weird. They're not swim shorts. They might be like jogging shorts or something. I'll have to look them up. I don't know much about that brand other than that it's popular and it sells well right now. All right, next, this is another sweatshirt. Okay, this is like a blue ivory Ella. It's got the big elephant on the back. This needs to go in the wash. It's a little stinky. It's in good shape, but it like smells like you know that smell like when you leave stuff in the washing machine for too long before you dry it and like comes out, has like a little bit of a sour smell. So I'll need to just wash that and freshen that up. It's an XL though, so it's a good size. And this company, it used to be really popular. I have no idea if it still is. We'll find out. They, I believe, donate like a portion of their sales. The whole point of this company is to raise awareness so that people aren't killing elephants for the ivory. I think that's what it is. And so they, you know, portion of their proceeds go to some nonprofit that tries to combat that. Let's see, what's this? Soft Surroundings XL. I love picking this brand up. It's like a stretchy faux wrap top. Be good for the holidays. Especially in like large XL plus sizes. This brand sells really well for me. This past weekend was Memorial Day, and I had 3 Soft Surroundings tops that I listed that were all, you know, large XL. I think one was a 1X, and they all sold in one day. Like one day, and not for a lot of money, like in the $25 to $30 range, but and this will probably, I would say this is probably gonna sell like 24 to 26, but at the bins, like that's a really good price because that's like $1 pickup. Ooh, this is interesting. What is this? This fabric. Oh, this looks vintage. It's a dress. It's like empire waist. It's purple. It's like this woven cotton that looks like a Guatemalan fabric. There's no brand in here, which is pretty typical for vintage. Does that have pockets? That'd be cool. So it's handmade. Yeah, it's handmade. You can tell. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely handmade. Very rustic stitching. That's great. I sell on Etsy. I love picking up vintage, especially at the bins. This is good for now, and it's a maxi dress. So yeah, somebody will want that. What will I sell that for? I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see this fabric. It has like little white daisies woven in. So this is probably from like the 60s, maybe the 70s. It's very like hippie flower power, like authentic hippie. Because people were really into wearing imported stuff back then. What will I sell that for? Maybe like 50 to 60. I probably sell my vintage too low, but I do like it to sell. Some things I do mark up and they still take a long time to sell. Chico's pants, just like brown pant pants. I think the reason I picked these up is they're a 3.5, which is a size I didn't even know they made until like the other day when I was looking up their size chart for some other Chico stuff I listed. They have a 4 too now. I don't know, is that new? Like, I always thought Chico's, like a 3 was like a 16, 18 anyways. So I didn't know they did like extended plus sizes, which is cool. All right, this is a scarf. I pick up scarves at the bins because they're super light. This one is like a brown and white houndstooth, 100% cashmere, made in Scotland, no brand, but it doesn't matter. This will sell at the holidays for, you know, 15. Let's see. What is this? This is pretty fabric too. This is a blouse for shirt, maybe men's shirt, green. What is this? Bonobos, yep. Men's medium, just like a camp shirt. It has this kind of nicer like leaf print. It's men's medium. So I keep hearing that Bonobos went to Walmart. Does anybody else know about that? And that the value of it has gone down, so it's like harder to price it like accurately. So I'll have to like look into that, because I've done well with that brand, like just like basic, like the plaid long sleeve button downs. I've been able to sell those for like $30, but I haven't found it in a while. So I'll have to see what the value is on that, but that's like a cute one, and I'd probably pick that up thinking it would be for my son, although he's just gone from a medium to a large, so that's not going to fit him anymore. So I'll have to sell it. My coffee's cold, but I don't care. It's still so good. This is definitely vintage. Oh my gosh. I love this. Look at this. So this is a skirt. It's full length. It's got so much volume. Can you guys see how long it is? It's like bigger than me. I'm going to show you the fabric up close, because a lot of times I pick, being in New England, I pick the vintage for the fabric. This is like a woven wool. It's very like Scottish. It's brown and gray, like looks like it's like that. I forget what the company is. There's a company that makes a lot of really beautiful woven woolens. It's not Avoca. They do more like mohair stuff. I just can't remember right now. Let's see. But this looks, again, it's handmade. There is a little label, but it's someone's homemade label. It says Shaw on there. So that was probably their last name. Does this have pockets? No. Handmade, but still, this is a great piece, and I probably will list this in the $80 to like $100 range. This is like just the fabric alone. Like somebody could buy this to craft with it, who crafts with vintage, because there's so much volume here. That's a great piece. I hope they don't cut it up though. I hope they wear it. It needs to be for someone tall, which I am not. So, all right. You can see like a theme here. Not a lot of summer stuff, because my bins are in New Hampshire. And we only have summer for like 3 months out of the year. The rest of the year is like fleece and wool. All right. I don't know what this is. It's huge. It's a cardigan. It's purple. It's like an open front cardigan with fringe on the bottom, and it has these gray stripes. It's long sleeve. Feels like cotton. It's a waterfall. Is it waterfall style? Yeah. Oh, and it's cabby, and it's small medium. For all that fabric, it's a small medium. So I'll have to look this up. What's the fabric? 100% cotton. I called it. Style is 3002. So you kind of have to like look this stuff up by the style, because with cabby, some of the styles are more popular than others. At the bins, I was like willing to take a chance, because it probably only cost me $3, and that's like a really, it looks modern, it looks cozy, pretty colors. I'm sure I'll be able to sell that for at least 25 to 30. But especially with like cabby blazers, I don't even really pick those up anymore. I did sell a cabby blouse that sold again in like a day or two over the weekend, but I got it for $2 at the mainline Goodwill. And I looked up the style first, and it was a style that had a really high sell-through rate. There weren't a lot listed. There were only like 2 listed, and they were smalls, and mine was a large. And there were like 10 sold on it. So I was like, even though it didn't sell for a lot of money, I knew it'd sell for like 25 to 29. Mine sold for like 26. It was a good, easy flip. So yeah. Oh, this is great. I'm glad I found this. I remember the day that I was at this. This was one of the last times I went to the bins before we moved. I think the second to last time. Okay, so this is a great pickup. There was a whole bunch of really good men's stuff, which I preferred. At this point, I'm preferring to sell men's stuff for modern clothing. It's just easier to deal with. The customers, they're happy, they like it. Problem is I don't, in the summertime it slows way down. I don't know what guys wear in the summer. They buy themselves clothes in the winter, in the fall, in the spring. They do not buy themselves clothes in the summer. Like I'll get shorts. I'll be lucky if I sell half of them, even if they're like Columbia, North Face. I'm sure those Vuori shorts will sell. I sold a pair of Carhartt shorts, but you know, it's like 2 months into the season. They should have sold the beginning of the season. So I don't know what guys do. I think they just wear their clothes till they die in the summer. Anyways, this is Champion. It's a blue tie-dye sweatshirt. But this is the collaboration with Todd Snyder. And I looked this piece up, and at the time that I got this, they were only, I think, 1 listed on eBay, and there were quite a few sold, like 4 or 5, but it's just a rarer one. And I believe, you know, I'll have to look it up again because things change. This was like 2 months ago I got this stuff. I believe this was selling, like, realistically, I thought I could get like 60 to 80 for this, which is like, for picking it up at the bins, that's awesome. So that I will get listed now. What is this green thing? It's a jacket. Got a hood, it's blue. It's like a really thin thumb holes, soft shell jacket. This looks like it's Elevine or something. First Ascent, Eddie Bauer, men's large. So just a nice technical piece. Nice colors. It's got some like bright blue trim. And I'll look up the style. It's in good shape. This kind of like soft nylon-y stuff on the side. This one needs a little sweater shade, but that's easy to do. So cool. What do I think that'll sell for? I don't know. Probably like 30. And is this another one? This looks like another soft, quilted, hooded men's jacket, North Face. So again, I will look. This is really soft. Men's medium. I'll look up the style, find out what it is, and price it accordingly. I have no idea what this will sell for. Again, hopefully maybe a little higher than the other one. I feel like North Face is kind of like, doesn't sell for as much as it should, but it's a jacket. So like, if I get it listed, I mean, it's not really the season for it, but I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe people use those lightweight jackets for going camping. I mean, if you went camping in the White Mountains all summer here, it's gonna be cold at night, so you would need something like that. Oh, okay, I remember getting these. This was like the best thing I found on that day. It was a new to me brand. These are pants. They're men's gray, like just basic gray. They're like a nylon-y material. And I was like, oh, they were with all that other stuff. And I was like, this is a brand I've never heard of. This seems like some kind of technical outdoorsy brand, but they're pretty basic looking. Like there's nothing, but they've got this big pocket. So this brand is I don't know how to say it. K-U-I-U. Ku-I-U. Anyways, I looked these up. The sell-through rate on these pants is so awesome. It's like there's not a lot of them. They all sell. These ones are a size 34. There's different styles. I got to figure out which ones these are, but they were selling from anywhere from like $60 to $100 used. So I think they're called, like, one of them was called like the karate pant or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're used for, but yeah, if you see that brand of pants, get it. It's selling right now. So that I will also get listed. Oh, these were fun. These I don't expect to sell for a lot. These are like Hot Topic pants. They're like jeans, skinny jeans, but they're very like Nightmare Before Christmas, you know, goth, steampunky. They're Royal Bones. They're small. They're a junior street. That's who wears this stuff anyways. Although some dudes wear these, like, and they look good in them. Like, that's awesome. Royal Bones, I believe, is, I wonder if that's Ryan Gosling's brand or something that he like did. He had like a goth band for a while, and I want to say he like owned this like he had something to do with this, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong with that. He did have a goth band, like, I don't know if you'd call it goth. It was gothish. It was very melancholy, like Ryan Gosling, a melancholy goth band. This is a men's sweater, XL. It's gray. It's nice condition. This was a 100% merino wool. This was a label I'd never seen before. Destination J. Crew. So I like to pick up J. Crew. Their men's sweaters do well for me. I don't know what this will sell for, but if it was just regular J. Crew label, I would expect to get around 30 for it. We'll see if that line does anything for me. Okay, these pants. All right, so there was another bag of stuff that I got on the same day, and I'll have to find it because I'll have to put these aside until I do. These are men's new with tags pants. Banana Republic Core Temp Slim Fit 31-34. They're like an active wear kind of dressier pant. They're nice. They feel nice. So anyways, I got 2 pairs of these that were new with tags, same size. There's a tan pair too. So again, like the Under Armour, maybe not the best brand, but when you can lot something up. What was the retail on this? Does it say? No, because it looks like it came from the website. Engineered with 37.5 technology to keep your body at the ideal core temperature in any weather or situation. Sounds cool. No tags, bin pickup, easy peasy. That's a no-brainer. Eileen Fisher, this is silk. This is a open front little jackety thing. It's gray and it's a 1X. Needs to be steamed, obviously, but that's very pretty. Also a good pickup. That will probably sell around 35 to 40 because it's plus size. These are women's LL Bean black, just like a nylon drawstring short, extra large. I may have picked these up for myself. I need some shorts and I'm an XL. We'll have to see if these fit my big butt. I'm about a 16, so extra large can sometimes mean 12. I'll sell them. If not, if I have to sell them, I will probably sell them for like 15 to 20. I do well with that kind of stuff. These, ooh, look, socks. I have no idea why I bought these. What are these? Oh, they're Ugg socks. Interesting. So maybe they go in your boot because they have like the logo here when you fold them over. Interesting. Do they have a tag in here saying, because they feel like they're maybe something special. I don't know about these. Does anyone else get used socks at the bins? I get socks at the bins when they're brand new or if they're smart wool. These don't seem like they were really worn. They're just, oh, they were a little bit. I can see them, but they must be wool because they're a little pilly. Maybe I thought my kid would like them. I don't know. Smart wools are expensive. Just wash them. It's fine. Whatever. I don't care. I wouldn't buy used underwear, but used bras? Yeah, maybe. I don't think I've ever done it, but just mainly because I can never find like what works for me. Wouldn't buy used underwear. I did buy at the bins one time a pair of Ibex underwear that I could tell were brand new, and I sold them on eBay and they sold in 5 minutes. new without tags. They were men's boxer briefs and they sold for like 25 bucks. I was shocked that somebody would buy underwear that they didn't absolutely know were new. But I had a feeling. I was like, I wouldn't have worn them. My kids, I wouldn't have given, but somebody else was okay with that. They may not have been okay with it if they knew where it came from. All right, so this is the last item in that comforter bag. Another cabbie piece, except this is a different label. This is the Carol Anderson by Invitation, which is what cabbie stands for. Women's small, short sleeve cardigan. This is pretty. It has this coral on the bottom. It's open front. Again, I'll look up the style. I think this is the newest label. I don't know if anyone knows on this brand, but I think this is the newest one. Okay. Now I've got the small tote. Now the stuff in the small tote is definitely like really old. Like I think this I put away a while ago, and it may be all winter, which is, we'll see. All right, first, so far I'm seeing kids stuff. Maybe that's why it's in here. This is a kid's jacket. Look how cute this is. It's like this beautiful like pine green, and it has a hood, and the hood it's lined in brown, and it's like faux fur trim here. It looks, it's got these corduroy embroidered flower patches. It's got somebody's ski patch on it, so it has been used, but it looks like brand new. It's very substantial. It looks like Hannah Anderson, but the brand is Gusti, which I think maybe is Italian? Gusti CA. It's got this pretty kind of like folky floral lining. It's nice. This is nice. And it has the matching snow pants. Snow bibs. Which are brown. So that is awesome. And they're also thick. So that is not the time of year to list that, but I have it. So we'll see what I decide to do with that. Ooh, more wool. See what I mean? This is what happens when you thrift in New England. This is a women's 100% extra fine merino wool, extra small Adrian Vittadini sweater dress. Just basic black with a bell sleeve. This kind of fun double fluttery. Yeah, cute. What will I sell that for? 25 to 30. Here's a Hannah Anderson kids pajama top. I pick these up if they're in good shape, and what I do is I save them and then I lock them up by size, even if I don't have like the bottom, like if it's mix and match. I just pick them up because people will buy them anyways, and I just like whatever, put them with something else. But they're organic cotton, people love them. I think I have some of those, so I just pick them up when I'm at the bins. All this stuff I can tell, this all came from the bins. I kind of remember getting this a little bit. Here's another pair of that brand, Gusti snow bibs. They're purple. These are size 3. It's got someone's name in it. Someone named Lola. Very cute. Oh, this is so sweet. This is Janie and Jax. I bet you this is it all kids? No, it's not all kids. Look at this little sweater with these little birds. That is so sweet. I love that. 4T. Some of this Janie and Jax stuff goes for like big money, but mainly like the dresses and the like fancy boys outfits. But I liked, because I had a kids consignment store, I try to pick up kids stuff and sell it. It does not really, except for like, I know that like the jackets and the coats do really well, but I don't know, other than Hannah Anderson, I feel like for the clothing, like, I don't know, it just doesn't sell that well online, which I do not understand, because I give accurate shipping, so it's going first class. I mean, I guess on Poshmark you don't want to pay $8 for shipping, one thing, but on eBay, when you're only paying like $4 for shipping because the stuff weighs nothing, kids are growing so fast. I don't understand why people don't shop online more for their kids. Maybe there's just too much competition because there's a lot of the market is flooded because everybody's kids are always growing. But I just find this stuff doesn't really sell that well for me, with the exception being like snow pants, snow coats, certain brands for clothing, like I said, like Hannah Anderson, even like Tea Collection, which was a big thing for a while, doesn't sell that well for me. Vintage kid stuff does well. I'm trying to think of what else does well. Geez, Oshkosh, the overalls. I sold a pair the other day, which I sadly can't find, but I haven't looked. It wasn't where they were supposed to be. There was another pair of Oshkosh overalls in that inventory bin. So I think my husband mixed it up. So we're gonna check, because I know they're there somewhere. I saw them recently. But those sold for little kids. They were like the balloon style 80s ones. Those sold for, I think, $65. Always pick up vintage Oshkosh overalls, especially if they look like something that Mary Kate and Ashley would have worn on Full House. The flowery ones. The girls ones are really big right now. Okay, this is a fun vintage piece. Check this out. This is a skirt, and it looks like it's made of a blanket. It's maxi, and then at the bottom it has fringe, and it actually has a drawstring. It actually has a brand in it, if I am correct. Oh, you know what? The drawstring goes on the side. So look at these colors too. It's like almost a neon green. It's great. And the brand is Empress, made in Hong Kong. So this was like sold in some kind of rich hippie boutique. That, I don't know what I'll sell that for, but that's going to be like probably 100 to 128. That's what I would try to go for, 128 on that. Because that's a pretty rare thing. You could make one, but it's cooler to like find like the authentic thing that was made to be a skirt that looked like a blanket. I don't know. I think so anyways. All right, we just have a couple pieces left because like I said, it's New Hampshire, so most of the stuff I buy ends up being bulky, and yeah, I can't put that many things in this bin. So this is a flannel with a hood. It's a women's, and it's fleece lined. Nice. LL Bean, plus size, 1X. Really pretty colors. It's like a plum and navy. And this isn't my style, but if it didn't have the hood, I might keep this. It's like a shackety thing. It's very 90s, which I like. I mean, it's cool that 90s vintage is back in again. I know all about it. It's when I was in high school and college. But I have this rule from when I had my vintage store, because my consignment store that I had, when I bought it from my mom, it was like family consignment, and then I moved it eventually into a smaller, like more upscale shopping area. We had smaller square footage, so I focused on what did best for me. So I just sold secondhand women's clothing and vintage women's clothing, and it had like kind of this like anthropology-esque feel to it. It was really great. But so I definitely like talked to a lot of people about wearing vintage who hadn't worn it yet, because our area was mainly I would say 40 plus, and so a lot of my shoppers were 40 to 60, and they didn't like, they were like, oh, this is so cool, I love this, it's beautiful, but can I wear this? So my rule with wearing vintage is anyone can wear vintage, but what you should not wear for vintage is what was popular when you were in high school. So like for me, I should not wear a 90s vintage. I should not wear a choker. I should probably not wear like those chunky heeled shoes and like, you know, little mini floral dresses. And that's just like not, because it looks like, or those shackets, it looks like it's still just stuff that was in my closet from high school and then I didn't get rid of it. Like that's, you know, like if like my husband was in high school in the 70s, so he shouldn't be wearing bell bottoms, you know? It's like, that doesn't work for him. But that doesn't mean that he can't wear like a really cool, like, you know, Rat Pack style dapper suit, or that he can't wear like a really cool like 80s Hawaiian shirt. He rocks that. He actually wears a lot of those. He wears 90s band tees, like he's into it. And he looks good in that, but he should not be wearing bell bottoms or t-shirts again. I mean, I think you look great, but it might be a little silly. So anyways, that's just my opinion about vintage. And this is the last item in here. This is vintage also. The brand is Highland Glen, made in Scotland. It's a men's, just nice kind of Scandinavian wool sweater. And this one, I remember when I got it back, like I found like something wrong with it. Like after I bought it, when I was packing it in this bin, it's got a little stain with a little hole. So I have to try and get that out, and then I have to mend that hole, which is super easy to do. If you are a vintage seller, or sell a lot of high-end, well, actually I would say if you're selling modern stuff, I wouldn't bother. But if you sell vintage stuff, I would learn to darn, because it's like the easiest thing in the world, and then you have a beautiful sellable piece. Darning is where you find thread that is the same color as the garment, as the sweater, and you can do it with knits, you can do it with woven fabrics like a Pendleton shirt, and you essentially, like, you're not stitching up a hole, you're reweaving, so that the you know, on a sweater you can stitch the hole and like pull the fibers a little bit tighter so that it's not quite so gaping, especially if it's a big hole. But with a lot of things you can just kind of recreate structure, and so you do it one way and then back the other way. I learned about it in a Martha Stewart magazine like 20 years ago. They had a tutorial and on how to like fix your own sweaters and things like that. And it's, I mean, if you're investing in something, holes are going to happen, not necessarily because of moths, but just because the fibers get old, and they break down. Like if you're washing your sweaters in wool wash, it's going to break the lanolin down. That is the coating on the fiber, and that's what keeps it soft and supple. The woolite strips it of that, and eventually it will just break. You really want to use like a Euclalion is, I think, how you pronounce it. It's a wool wash brand. It's all natural, and it promotes preserving the lanolin. And they have it on, you can buy it on Amazon, or some kind of gentle cleanser. Like I think the Laundress products are pretty good. I don't know about Retro Clean. I think Retro Clean, maybe their laundry detergent. They might, I haven't tried that, but it's gentle, and that's for washing vintage fabrics. So I would try something like that if you're going to clean things, whether it's for personal use or for restoring, for reselling. I really do not use woolite. It's bad for them. All right, so anyways, that's everything. I hope you like this haul. I would love to get some feedback. I'm a new YouTuber, so I'd love to hear everybody's opinions about my video and what you'd like to see in the future. I don't know how to edit yet. I don't know how to put like captions in or little pictures, but I'm going to learn how to do that so that we can do a follow-up video in like the next month where you can see a what sold. A lot of these things probably I won't list because they're too wintry, but some of the ones that like the Todd Snyder piece and those gray pants, I don't know, that begin with the K. I don't know how to pronounce that brand. I'll let you guys know how they did and how quickly they sold. So yeah. All right. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.